My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Hey guys, it's the Pink King here. Now, if you remember, a few days ago I talked about the Minecraft movie, and specifically how I felt it was a disgrace to not only the movie industry, but the original game and its fans. But since that video, Mojang themselves have recently hosted a live stream called Minecraft Live. Now, I'm not too familiar with this live stream or how many times they do it. All I know is that they were giving some announcements. However, the reason I'm talking about it is because there was one announcement in particular that caught my interest, as they gave more insight into the Minecraft movie, with some behind the scenes images, videos, and even a completed clip of the movie itself. Now, initially I wasn't going to make a video on this, however, after seeing the clip for myself as well as a few other things, I am honestly bewildered right now. I'm genuinely shocked by this, because somehow the movie has gotten worse than what I initially thought it would be. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, if you remember what I said in my prior video on this, I had a suspicion that the decision to turn the Minecraft movie into live action was that from the studio Warner Brothers, as they had a reputation for cancelling or not even having any faith in any animated projects and rely much more on live action spectacles. Well, during this stream, we got the director of the movie, Jared Hess, who has commented on this, specifically why the movie is live action. And I quote, "It's not something that's been done before on this scale. Creators have made such amazing stories and short films and content in the animation space. This is a chance for us to do something different." End quote. Now, basically, what he's trying to say here is that Minecraft itself has been adapted into animation before by so many people, with people making short animations based on the game, and so they wanted to go for a live action perspective because it had never been done before, as they say. Now, call me crazy, but I just think this is all BS. I still stand by my theory that I think it was Warner Brothers' decision to do this in order to save the costs, and they've just made this quote to save face, essentially, because when you hear this quote, it initially makes sense, until you start actually using your brain on it. First off, they're wrong about the live action part. Minecraft, just like animation, has been adapted by fans into live action for years now, close to a decade probably, with one of my personal favourites by the YouTuber Speed O'Kagan. This one's actually pretty good, and I recommend you go watch it. Link for that will be in the description. And this one video out of hundreds of live action ones by fans came out 3 years ago today. So that part about being never before done is just a lie. It's a straight up lie from them. Also, the way they say it's a chance for them to do something different is so strange to me, because we already know it's not new for Minecraft for it to be in live action, so what's the deal with it here? Well, to me, at least, it's clear that the creators and the studio of this movie are intimidated. They're intimidated by the fans who have gone out of their way to make gorgeous animations of the game, thus don't want to risk failing to meet their standards. Now, I do have to clarify, this is just my theory in particular. I could be very wrong with this, but from what I've seen and from my knowledge of the industry, this is the closest thing that makes sense to me. You know what's mad about this? Warner Brothers themselves made the Lego movie. Just like Minecraft, that has tons of stories and animations that were made by fans, and yet they still found a way to animate that in a way that had never been done before. And you know what? Ever since they changed the heads of Warner Brothers, they're now too afraid to do anything. They're afraid to take major risks because they're worried it's going to backfire, because they have no faith in animation. This is embarrassing. This is just straight up embarrassing for them. They didn't want to make it animated because their fans also made animation. That is embarrassing. Not to mention the reason why people made so many animations for Minecraft is because they wanted it in animation, where it works the best. It doesn't take a Einstein to realize this. This is just pathetic from them, honestly. It's pathetic. And you can't deny it, it is pathetic from them. They had the best opportunity to do something different, and yet they wasted it because they didn't want to pay a little extra to try and improve upon what others have done. But before I start rambling, let's take a look at some of the behind the scenes leaks and the clip, because I've got some words here. This just looks off, man. It just looks off. This clip is really hard to watch because of a few things, and a lot of you have pointed this out as well in the comments of my last video. It looks like an SNL sketch. The lighting, the fake looking props, this whole scene is an issue. It looks cheap as hell. I've seen the Borderlands movie. That one is a disaster, and yet that still looks more cinematic than this movie. It's a real slap in the face, you know. It's a slap in the face considering how much the fans have gone out of their way to adapt the game as beautifully as they have. They've really put a lot of soul and creativity into adapting this game completely for free on YouTube as well. And yet this is what they give us. It's despicable. And it's embarrassing for them. It's just so embarrassing that they can't compete with people who make this stuff with way shorter time and less of a team than they do. Now, I know I'm being a bit harsh for this movie. You can't deny, it's deserved. They made no effort to make this movie look even releasable quality. If a studio chooses to show a clip like this, it's because they feel it's completed and it's presentable. If this is what they consider presentable, I am so worried for how the rest of the movie is going to look, because this just looks terrible. It doesn't look cinematic at all. You know what this is? This is anti-art. We live in a world where movies can be so incredibly artistic and have something to say in the way they're shot, in the way they're colored, in the way they're presented. But stuff like this makes movies like that boring. There's such a clear lack of care in the industry for truly artistic movies now. Unless you're an established director like Ridley Scott, they're not going to give you any chance to be at least a little creative. Hell, look at Transformers 1 recently. That movie has been getting a ton of praise and yet has been completely shafted by the horrendous marketing. The marketing apparently has been so divisive and just completely inaccurate. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't confirm. This is just from what I've heard. I can't confirm this because it's not in the UK yet, but I'm still pissed. To me, this only proves that there's a clear bias in the industry now, and such a lack of faith in people and the work they make by these studios and these companies. But what do you guys think? These are just some of my initial thoughts here. I will be giving updates to this movie as we get closer to its release, because stuff like this, it just really makes me hate this industry that I love. And I refuse to let these scumbags of studios get away with it by just leeching off their fans and not providing anything of value. It's disgraceful and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say about this and whether you agree with my opinions or you disagree with my opinions. Let's talk in the comments. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say here. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. My goal is to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we are just so close to doing that. We're just a few off. So, if you subscribe, you'll not only be helping me reach my goal, but you'll be helping me make videos for you. More videos just like this for you guys at a quicker rate. So, like the video, subscribe, and with that, it's been the Pink King here, and I will see you all next time.